Hi. I thought a vid might explain the situation a bit better. I felt like doing one anyway, just so you can see that I've taken the green screen away. Yeah, it's gone. Yeah, I've just got to tidy up that table. I'm sort of slowly just doing the whole thing. Table looks better. Bug. Yeah, envy was a deadly sin. Envy, jealousy, almost the same thing, isn't it? Envy was one of the 7 deadly sins. Yeah, I don't know. I just reckon it's envy, jealousy, same thing. It's a sin. Boom. Yep, a sin. No, it's actually, I look at everything, and it's becoming clearer as time goes on. I look at everything in terms of, was it a good experience? Like if you're talking to some guy online and he says, I want to suck your nipples or whatever, it starts talking about sex. Would you describe that as a good experience or a bad experience? Huh? Yeah. So you want to have a good experience, don't you? I do. So if you help to make my experience better, then I'll try and make it better as well. So we both have a good experience. I'm not talking about fireworks going off and being in love and having the greatest time in the world. It's just having a good online experience or having a good experience. Why do you think I don't talk to these people out here? It's not a good experience. It's just a bad experience. I just know it's going to be a bad experience. They prove it over and over again. And it's what it boils down to. If you buy a product, you want to have a good experience. You're not doing it to help the economy or the big. Oh, you might have to do, buy certain things, but for the most part, if you buy something, you want it to enhance your experience, have a good experience with it. It's like having children. You'd really like to have a good experience. I mean, mine was a disaster. My whole marriage was a disaster in the end. And I mean, really, it's and this is the truth of it. After all that time, it's just total disaster, just a bad experience. And most people in the workplace, like you in the workplace, you didn't have a good experience, did you? You just didn't enjoy it. But nobody seems to think, how do I make this a good experience for you, and how do you make it a good experience for me? It's only you and me shouting at you, or not shouting at you, but saying, no, lift me up, let's have a good experience together. How do we make it a better experience? I mean, this is what people, that are running chat sites, for example, like Paltalk or like Skype even, or like Facebook. The management of those companies are trying to create a better user experience. That's when you get rewarded on the internet, when you provide some sort of a service or good that leads to a better experience. But see, it seems that just like PAL, or just like people are on the internet, if you're not being paid for it, or it's like really, what effort did Sue and I have to? Whatever you think, I was trying to create a better experience for a woman in the new age. To give her the flexibility, using her skills. This is with the business I set up, using her skills so that she could earn a higher amount of money, be around the children and have flexibility, and not have to go to a workplace and have a shitty experience, come home, pissed off most of the time. That's what I was trying to do. And it just became the worst experience ever. And I don't think people actually think, how can I say, I'm an entrepreneur, so I think, how do I make this a better experience? How can I arrange something so it's like a friendly club, so you can have a better lunch or a better Saturday night, a better experience. Accounting, so it's more enjoyable. Yeah, it's a better experience. You get the idea. Everything. Oh, okay, I've got that. It's just a better all-round experience. It's not a shitty, horrible, bloody experience that you feel like you have to be compensated for at the end of it, and you get a swollen head. No, it's not easy, but can you see what I'm saying? That's what I look at. Everything I do, Paper trail. How do you have a better experience with your child for a couple of bucks? You know, and it's a good educational experience. Yeah, how do you have a better experience? That's all I think. How do you have a better experience? So you say, well, I should be jealous. I don't love the person or something. I've never loved a woman or something. I don't think of that. I actually think of how can I have a better experience with a woman. Sorry, it's all the same. You know, how do I have a better, like if you know sort of my shopping centre name or something, it's no big shakes if you don't know it, but it's just fun if you did, you know. And if I could just say to you, oh fuck it, I've got to go to Centrelink today, you know what I'm talking about. I mean, you could do the same thing there. It's just a better experience, better living, a better communication experience. You understand me. You go, oh, okay. And you can say, oh, what about this time? Oh, I've got to fill out the form. But, you know, it looks like they're being attacked or something. Their site isn't up. Oh, okay. My DOS attack. They attacked Centrelink. Yeah, could do. I don't know. It's got shit all over the place. It's getting the list is getting longer of, you know, apologising to people. You know, more and more people are appearing up there. Groups of people. Yeah, so, yeah, I don't know, jealousy. It's like if you're talking to 6 people, you know, you get to, you know, say LOL to me occasionally. It's actually a boring experience. That's not much fun. You'd be better off saying, no, I'm just talking to others. Bob, see you. I'll come back to you later. And I go, yeah, fair enough. Yeah, that way you can concentrate on them. And you have a good experience with them. Yeah, do you know what I mean? You know, so when you are talking to me, you're having a good experience. So I'm having a good experience. I'm not having, I don't know, it's like, I suppose it's a personal, one-on-one, sort of, it's just a better experience. That's all it is. That's what entrepreneurs do. They just try to create a better experience for people. You know, they look at it and think, oh, well, you know, how do I make this, how can I create a good experience here? Yeah, that's all the same. Yeah, that's anything actually. I'd even, you know, when I go to see the doctor, I was thinking about it this morning, you know, his question's going to be, why don't you come in? And I'll say, well, think about it. Is my experience with the medical profession, it's poor. It's just, you know, I had a problem for years with my wife, you know. Previous doctor knew something was going wrong. He couldn't put his finger on it. My wife was, you know, getting really argumentative about it, so I changed doctor, and that was a disaster. I thought it'd be harmless, but it was just, couldn't have been worse. So in the end, you know, I tried to talk to him about, you know, she's got a problem, and I end up in the middle of some sort of fucking feminist bloody bullshit. I'm not saying I'm the best person in the world, long from it, but I knew there was a problem. There's something. I only knew it when I realised that she was not letting me see Vaughan, so it was parental alienation syndrome. And this is what I'll tell the doctor, actually. So then, 2 causes for that: borderline personality disorder or narcissistic personality disorder. She didn't fit anything into borderline. Narcissistic, she ticked all the boxes. Tick, 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 tick. Yeah, so it was just a matter of, once I knew that, but then I tried to explain that to him and he just didn't believe me. And so, you know, I figured, well, if I go to a doctor and I tell him something and they don't believe me, it's not a good experience, is it? So why do I want to go back? That's pretty easy. So but I think this is the old, so much, like you have to go to uni, it's forced, you have to go to school, and there's so many public servants now, it's the same mentality. They don't worry about a better experience. It's just, it doesn't matter. You need it, so bad luck. And that's how it comes across. It's the same with women, it's the same with everything. It's the same with, why does Raph think that, you know, I'm not going to jump ship if something comes, because really it's not, my experience with her isn't that good. And I do go to some trouble. I type a lot, I try to make things entertaining and what have you. I do movies for you, and you're appreciative. You're not, but if I did all this for I'd just get nothing. I'd probably get complaints. And you think, well, why would I bother? I'm trying to make it a better experience, and I just get complaints, and I don't care about, I should say, oh, effort. Fucking bad luck then. You're not prepared to put in the effort, go away. Like, Boomba puts in the effort. It's that's why I'm not, in some ways, I'm not that upset that my family fell to pieces, because the experience I thought I should have had, it was nothing like that at all. It was just like a bloody, it was just like a fucking fighting den. It was awful. It was never a good experience. And there's all the reasons why it was my fault. That's all this narcissistic personality disorder. It's just an all-round fucking shit experience. And it's there. I'm not pretending to be, the best person. I was like you. I'm sorry, you're a bit boring with talking about, your developments. I know. That's right. I look at it, but I was the same way. You have to be. You're fully absorbed in it. But the idea is that, see, I can tell you, and you'll probably think, oh, okay. But nobody could tell me, because we didn't know any other entrepreneurs. There's only me. And, if another entrepreneur would say, yeah, we tend to be a bit boring, we get so, I go, okay, yeah, it's me. You know what I mean? So you and I can share, and that'll help you. And you go, yeah, I better learn that, I suppose. Yeah, and you should. And had you been around doing the same thing, and you said to me, oh, Bob, people, I go, yeah, I know, I get that feeling too. But it's just that, you're so intent on succeeding, you just can't let go of it. And I'd say, yeah, I know all of that. But I had no one to talk to through the whole process. So that'd be my worst. I think probably where I was most boring. And just tedious. I can understand that. I don't, but the idea is that as time goes on, you learn, as people say things to you and discuss it. I see nobody else will say it to you because they're not going to. And me, I just think, well, I'll tell you now, because it'll just make your life better. It'll be a better experience. Your life will be a better experience. And it's just, but I mean, I think it's coming along well. Your work is very good. It'd be better if it was a parrot, a green and red one, lorikeet, rainbow lorikeet. But look, maybe you'll get around to doing that, I do the feathers. Sorry, drinking coffee while I'm talking. That's what it is with me. That's just, I don't mind. That's what I'm saying. Jealousy is a bad experience. Sorry, it's just if somebody's jealous. I remember feeling jealous. I think it was a long time ago. It was a horrible feeling. I can sort of, I don't know, and I think I'm a victim of everybody else's jealousy because I don't feel any jealousy. I think it pisses people off, actually. It annoys them because, it's sort of like I'm not human or something. I don't know what it is. Maybe you're jealous of the fact that I'm not jealous because it doesn't fill up any portion of my life at all. Like I'm living here in a caravan, and a lot of people are a lot better off than me, but there are also a lot of people a shitload worse off than me, okay? So what's the point of being jealous? There's always going to be someone better off than you and someone worse off than you. So it just doesn't make a lot of sense, particularly when you're 60, and you've had a life like I've had. It's, but anyway, that's besides the point. But that's, I don't know, Raf's probably upset, just the way she was talking this morning. It seems like she sort of feels like a jilted lover or something. I don't know. It's just, I wrote to her, I said, you know, you're just not on very often. I don't know when you're going to be on or anything else like that. So, you know, Mum's here all the time. But more importantly, I didn't say this, you know, Bumba actually says she wants me. What am I supposed to, you know, it's nice to be wanted, actually. Nice to be appreciated. It's lovely. And, you know, and I appreciate you in return. See? You give me a good experience, I'll give you a good experience back. It's just sharing a good experience. Everything seems to have boiled down to, and I think what people are trading in is just, as you know, sex. So I don't know, Raph probably feels that she's a good-looking girl or something. Everybody wants her for sex. Yeah, what's wrong with me? Why don't I want her for sex? Well, no, I don't actually. I'm not here for sex. You know, I need to live a life. I need to survive. And I appreciate it actually if it doesn't enter the conversation too much. I'd rather do other things, you know. I'd rather tell you about, you know, what's happening to the animals outside, or, you know, just something every day. I'm trying sort of to be a better chat friend to you, sort of someone to give you a better experience, and I hope that you'll give me a better experience, or at least maintain the current level of experience. You know, that's the. I don't think anybody else looks at it that way. Everybody's too. I've got to buy this house. It's a huge house, and I've got to buy one for all my family, and we've got to have a holiday and 3 cars. And I've got to do all this, and what they're having is a really stressful experience. And I look at it and think, why don't you look at the experience you're having, rather than the material possessions you want to own? Because really, the only people that want you to own those possessions are the banks, because then they can charge you interest for them. You know, it's not even a to really have a better life. I mean, you're living in a caravan or you're living in a huge house. Why, for example, would I want anything bigger? I don't even mean anything this big. Oh, no, it's probably about the right size, but it's pretty small in comparison to... And people have things that are much smaller than this. Yeah, so, you know, why, particularly a single person or even a couple, and they're huge houses with 2 people living in them. Like, what for? Only to, and so is their experience any better? Like, they have, after they've had people around for dinner once or twice, that's it. They never come again. So they've got a whole dining room there that's never used, lounge room that's rarely used, and you know the chances are they're using one small room in the house. And this huge house, you know, I was there in case people want to come for a visit or something. Yeah, I suppose that's the point, I guess. I don't know. You know, it's just when you look at it in terms of experience, you just come up with a different outlook. And mine is, you know, you'll say you're jealous. I think, well, it just doesn't compute. It just doesn't make any sense to me. Like, no. If you said, is your experience with RAF good? I'd say, at times it can be fun. And we can have a good time together. She's good for a laugh. There's no doubt about that. I like her, but you know, that doesn't mean to say I'm not going to talk to you. What am I going to do? Wait for that rare time? There's for. You know, yeah, and she talks to other guys, heaps of other guys. There's so many people on the list. So, you know, I'm just another bloke. I'm 60. I'm an old man, for God's sake. Yeah, can you see what I'm driving at? It's just, you know, just think of it in terms of experience. If your experience is good or not good. Hang on, Indy just came on. Hang on, I want to see. She's not on power. She's on. I don't know whether she's going to go ahead with this. Get this internet or not. I better get this movie made, I suppose. So I've just, I suppose I could go with a web page now. I just want to do it, make it a bit better. You know how it is. Just add a couple of little things to the couple of maps I've got to put on the back, and that's done, I think. Yeah, it should be actually. I'll have a look at it today and actually ask myself if it is done. But anyway, I better get going, I suppose, and do that. I've been dilly-dallying around for a couple of days now. Yeah, so that's, yeah, no, I'm not jealous, but that's me. I tend to look at it in terms of, you know, is it a good experience? And I watched you working, and I thought, that's how I'm working, and let's be honest, Bob, it's not a good experience. It isn't. And I had to be honest, no, it's not. So then I tried to make easier businesses, which led to, I think, a better experience with it, a better time with it. Yeah, so that's, apparently there are three types of people. There are those who want status, you know, they want to be up there or down there. There are those who are driven by their principles. And then there are those who are driven by wanting experience. And I'm definitely experienced. Like, I don't give a shit about where I fit in the world, in the community or anything else. I'm not status orientated at all. I'm entirely experience oriented. Principles, yeah, I'd probably have some of that. What's right or what's wrong, something, and living your life by that, I suppose, you know, is a big part of your life. But for me, no, it's experience. It's totally experience. Yeah, and I think that's the thing. It's I don't know what you are, and it's actually taken me a long time to be absolutely positive that that's what I am. And yeah, that clarity is no, I'm all about experience, and I want others to have. I want to help others have a better experience as well. Yeah. Anyway, I better go, I suppose, but that should explain it, does it? Okay, talk later. Bye.